The sudden disappearance of Nina Kosaka. Let's check it out.
From debuting in 2021 to graduating with the intent of improving her content, Nina Kosaka was once the fox mom of Niji Sanji.
To improve her
but over
content.
time, she faced larger amounts of pressure from both Niji Sanji management, aunties from TikTok, and even from herself. Nina's story begins on October 9th, 2021. She debuted as the first member of Niji Sanji's third wave, Etheria. During her debut, Nina marked herself as unique among Niji Sanji members with both an extremely extroverted personality as well as her constant use of the word honey. In fact, Nina called everyone honey, so often that some viewers began to get a bit annoyed by it.
Really?
She quickly positioned herself as the wine mom of Niji Sanji, trying to take care of everyone as she could, whether that was her chat or the other members of Niji Sanji. This form of motherhood was an actual attempt at playing the role of a mom rather than acting out a sexual fetish. Since she was a bit older than
I thought that was obvious,
as the boomer
but
of the
okay.
group, not having a full understanding of different memes and not having the best
Yes,
understanding.
she didn't know anything
technology.
about memes and
Nina's
stuff like that. Yeah,
extroversion
that's
turned
what made
out
it
to be
funny.
one of her greatest assets in a company where most of the other members are heavily introverted. Her extroversion led her to be able to set up collabs, both online and offline, with several of the other members, and led her to reach out to new waves of Niji Sanji, helping them with their problems and generally getting them set
It's
up.
more sudden, yeah. I would say so
Nina's
too.
most popular stream types were Zatsudan
But it did
chatting
come out of
streams and
nowhere.
collabs, with her most popular ones being Zatsudans. These are streams where the streamer just talks about random things with chat, and these Zatsudans are quite popular with streamers in general. Nina's list of most popular live streams has a high quantity of collabs. A lot of the clips that I found were taken from these collabs.
Yeah,
However,
she's a
Nina's
lot.
extroversion
She's a
quickly
lot
led
more
to some
fun with other
problems
people.
when talking about some of her earliest problems as a Niji Sanji member. Nina mentioned that she had initially felt left out by the three other members of Etheria, especially
I heard this was
pre-debut
early
and
on,
just after
yeah,
debut
because they already
phases.
knew each other.
I think I can talk about it now that it's like almost a year. I tried to get Etheria into a group call twice a week. I would be like, hey, you know, we should maybe talk. We should like get to know each other before, you know, like we don't really know each other, blah, blah, blah. They kept telling me that they were busy and they couldn't make the call. And then months down the line, I found out that like
They were already
three of
calling
them
each
would,
other
like, voice call each
all
other.
the time.
And when I found that out, like, I'll be honest, I got a little like, I don't know, I just felt like,
That's
man,
hurtful.
I'm just trying to be like a
Yeah,
cool
you trying to
coworker.
hang
And I kinda
out
took
and
it
nobody wants to
personally,
hang
and I
out
was
with
like,
you. Like, damn, bro.
you know,
Yeah.
and then I just started doing my own thing.
A few aunties opposed Nina for stating that she felt this way, claiming that she was trying to throw the other three members of Etheria
You can
under
just
the
shut
bus.
up about it, but decided to say about it. Man, the fake fans. The 74 people that like that fake
Claiming
fan.
that she was trying
Like she's expressing her emotions and her opinions. Like, yeah, it was a long time ago, but she's just laying out facts. Like, that's okay. They're all cool now. Like, what is the big deal? Like, yeah, she brought it up. So what? Like, the fuck?
Other three members of
Oh my
Etheria
gosh.
under the bus.
Oh
However,
my
it's likely
goodness.
that there was a
Thrown
secret
under the bus.
disconnect
Like,
between
bro,
Nina
chill.
and the other three members of Etheria. Unlike Nina, most of Niji Sanji is rather introverted. Additionally, Enna and Millie were friends before joining. Add all of these factors together, and it makes sense that Nina probably made her wave members a bit anxious, and the four of them probably needed time to adjust and become more comfortable with each other.
Takes time.
Which is eventually what happened, as a year later, the four of them had become much more friendly.
Damn, a year though. That's crazy.
Several complaints against Nina. For example, one complaint is that Nina said Pomu's channel was dead in a Minecraft livestream.
Comes in. Honestly, Pomu,
Thanks, Luca.
But they were joking around.
you
What?
really crossed me
What do you mean, what?
when you
Cross. Whoa.
advertised
Family war.
your
Uh-oh.
dying,
Family war.
dead
Oh my god.
channel
Why do you have so many torches?
in mine.
Bro, she's joking. She could
This
tell. Like,
incident
by the
was
way
quickly
she's
followed up
saying
with
it,
another
she's joking,
disclaimer
bro.
only a couple of minutes later.
Nah, baby, I don't think Pomu took it seriously. Again, okay, I want everybody to kind of understand, for real, if Pomu was upset, she definitely wouldn't turn on Minecraft to then like hang out with us and troll
For
us.
sure.
Just in case, you know, sometimes like I do worry that like people take some stuff a little bit more seriously than it is.
A lot of people take shit more serious than it really is.
Yeah,
That's nothing new.
It's like
It's
love.
not serious. It's
Yeah,
Minecraft.
like
Yeah,
even
it's
Uki speaking on it,
just
like,
Minecraft.
like
This
chill.
incident was the first of a list of complaints that happened to paint Nina as a bully. And because of this list, a lot of people
bully?
came to dislike
Bro,
Nina
Nina's was one of the most bullied people in Niji. Like, what?
greatly. Out of context, these
What?
complaints sound serious, but in
Oh
context,
my
it's clear
goodness.
that Nina was attempting to be silly and make her friends
She was
laugh,
joking
even if
around.
some of her jokes failed. A
Yeah,
lot
and
of
it's
people
okay if
against
not
Nina
every
were
joke
focused around
lands.
her banter.
Like, that's comedy.
Banter between friends often crosses lines and boundaries that are normally set
When
between
people don't
strangers,
know, yeah,
and
yeah.
outsiders to the relationship aren't the
If you
best
don't know
judges
them,
when it
yeah.
comes to mediating close relationships.
100%.
Eventually, Nina found that there wasn't any point in trying to mediate with the haters and developed her own ideas and identity.
Good
People
job.
will try to put a story on you.
Mm.
Good for you if the story that they assign to you is a positive one, but bad for you if people decide
if it's a negative.
that you're horrible and awful, and anytime you breathe, it's to be mean or be rude or be this. And I hope that you have enough self-awareness in your character, enough kind of understanding of who you are as a person to be like, well, wait a second.
Yeah.
Am I those things?
Yeah, like nobody knows who you are better than you. So I mean, unless you're like still trying to figure yourself out, that's the only reason why you would really second guess yourself. Like if I accidentally said something wrong, like no, it's not going to be malicious. Some people would probably be like, "Oh man, why'd you do that? You did it on purpose." Like, okay, I didn't do it on purpose. Go fuck yourself. Like that's my type of reaction. Other people will be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean it. Oh my God, please, I'm so sorry." That's not me though. So like people that are like that, like it's gonna be tough for them, honestly. But you gotta understand, if people aren't gonna like you, they're not gonna like you, no matter whatever you try and do. If they don't like you, they don't like you. There's no sense in trying to appeal to them.
As a person to be like, well, wait a second. Am I those things?
Eventually, Nina managed to hit some major milestones. She released 2 songs in November 2022.
Yeah, exactly, Zella. Like people banter all the damn time. Like,
for sub counts, she managed to hit 100,000 just a month after her initial debut in 2021.
Let's go.
And 500,000 a year later in September 2022.
Let's go.
However, Nina faced other problems with her time streaming, specifically with imposter syndrome and burnout.
Imposter syndrome.
In October, when Etheria did their first year anniversary, Nina mentioned that she burned herself out by streaming for far too much. She also mentioned that she felt like she had taken a spot that someone else deserved.
I'm scared.
What?
Goodness, somebody else could have gotten this opportunity, but I got it instead of them. So I want
Bro,
to make sure that I am doing my best.
What is that called? Imposter syndrome?
don't even dwell on that shit, man. Like you got the job for a reason. Like, I mean, they could literally reapply anyway and still get the job or get a job somewhere else. I mean, that's literally how jobs work. If somebody wants to be the janitor and you apply and you get the job, you probably got the job over somebody else that could probably sweep better, but you mop better than them. Like, so what's the issue?
Imposter syndrome. Yeah.
Imposter syndrome is
probably
a hard
just
mental state
yeah,
to break.
it's just a
Someone
mental
with
state.
Imposter syndrome feels as though they haven't earned their success, and it can be related to a fear of failure, self-doubt.
A new
and
song?
any
All right, let me know how it
negative
goes.
Feelings towards the self. Having imposter syndrome isn't entirely rational, as often the person involved is actually very successful, but is unable to internalize that success for whatever reason. On June 26, 2023, Nijisanji announced that Nina was planning to graduate from Nijisanji on July 8th. Nina also released her own letter on her personal Twitter account stating that she wished to graduate from Nijisanji to grow in her own way without the pressure of streaming.
If it's
every
good,
day
put it
a
in
way
the
she felt
playlist,
did not match
please.
her own dreams and aspirations. In the wake of Nina's graduation announcement, many of the other Nijisanji members spoke on what kinds of things Nina did behind the scenes.
Prior to Luxium, Nijisanji EN was nothing but girls, so it's a little bit intimidating, like when a bunch of boys just show up at your door and you don't really know like what kind of people we are. But Nina Senpai was just so accommodating. She was very quick to like greet us, to talk to us, to hype us up, to like, show us the ropes. And a few
And
times
that's her
I've been
extrovert personality.
blessed to meet her in person. She's always been so much fun to hang around. She's so bubbly, a ray of sunshine, full of energy, and just wants everybody to have a good time, and will go out of her way to make sure that nobody feels like left behind if somebody feels uncomfortable, or she'll just check in with everybody.
Of course, I'm not going to touch much on Nina apart from that. A very amazing person, very amazing friend, very amazing person to everyone in EN. Helped out a lot with a lot of people behind the scenes. More than most people realize, because the thing is with Nina, she doesn't really like taking any credit for stuff.
She doesn't brag about it.
I'm sorry for interrupting you.
Very
I laugh. It's
respectful.
just the hilarity.
But
of it
at the
all.
same time, if you don't talk about the things that you have done for people, others aren't going to know. And that's not necessarily like, oh, why should they have to know? It's more like so people understand that you're not just dead weight or you're not just around, like you're actually doing things. So maybe she is staff or would be a good position for staff. Like she's hanging out with Rosemi and damn Raymu, damn name just I just lost the name, but yeah, she's hanging out with them during off collabs, right? As staff, but like Rosemi was joking, but I think she could honestly probably become staff in a certain extent. We don't know exactly what they do as staff. It's definitely more than just hanging out with the talent. There's a lot more to do with it, but since they're in the background, nobody knows. But
It's
definitely be interesting if they're training her for that.
I was gonna
position.
say like, how do I put this? You were like maybe the only person that's like been so inclusive and like you always find the time to like talk to anybody for that matter. Yeah, I really appreciate that, and it sucks to see that go.
From what they say, Nina was the one who prioritized welcoming new members into Nijisanji. She was the one who reached out for collabs and tried to make sure that everyone in Nijisanji was taken care of. She didn't just play the role of a mom, she was the Nijisanji mom. On July 8th, Nina's final stream went live. It was the ultimate Nijisanji chatting stream, where each member joined Nina one by one for a final talk with Nina as a member of Nijisanji. By the time that she was done, she had streamed for 18 hours. A perfect stream for Niji-EN's greatest extrovert.
Crazy.
So Nina felt as though she was taking a spot
and she was
from someone
sick.
who deserved it more, but is that truly the case? On June 25th, the day before Nina's graduation announcement, Nina had a solid 564,000 subscribers, which made her the second most subbed member in Etheria and 12th overall in Nijisanji EN. As for view counts, Nina earned around 600,000 views throughout the month of May, which put her in third place in Etheria. When the question comes to whether or not Nina earned her spot in Nijisanji, the answer is absolutely. Her metrics place
all of them earned their spot. Literally, you saw like several people sign up for the job and they pick you. You deserve the spot. It's that simple. They literally have like unlimited amount of people that are trying to join the job and they picked you. Obviously, you deserved it. Whether it was for one reason or another, you obviously, like, that's not even a question in my mind.
In the top 50% of Nijisanji EN. Although perhaps objectively Nina was doing quite well in Nijisanji, she didn't feel as though she was living up to her own expectations. And so
maybe she's being too hard on herself
for that reason, so that she could go ahead and grow in her own way and at her own pace. It was for this reason that it is believed that perhaps Nina might return under a new name and new identity.
Maybe, who knows? That's for the future though. But yeah, that was a really dope video. I enjoyed that. Dang, I wish YouTube playlists would like literally go back once you click the backspace. Anyways, how do I pronounce this name? Tierson's Hideaway. Tierson, man. Great video. I'm gonna subscribe. I'm gonna look forward to more content that comes out from you, young man. Anyways, see you guys on the next one. Comment, subscribe. You guys know what you feel and think about Nina becoming staff. I think she could do it. Anyway, see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.